All right, welcome to Vic's Guitars and Handlebars, and happy International Restring Day. I'm going to be putting this Hamer Californian on the bench, change the strings, and before I do that, I'll just talk about it a little bit and give you a little bit of a tour. On the workbench, this is my late 90s Hamer Californian. Made in Korea, so it's an import model, not made in the US. Still a very, very nice guitar. So let me tell you about it. It's not very stock. First of all, I dated it back to the late 1990s. It has the dot inlays, and then it just says Hamer on the headstock. Some of these earlier made in Korea models had Slammer by Hamer on the headstock, and then the Slammer branding disappeared after a while, and it just became Hamer. So this is one of the ones, I think the early ones that just had the Hamer branding on the headstock. Again, this guitar is not very stock. First obvious change that I made here is Floyd Rose original on it. Originally, these came with a Goto bridge on it. The Floyd Rose is not exactly a one-to-one fit. There was some routing that needed to be done to get the posts in the right spot. Also, if you notice, let me try not to shake the camera too much. If you notice, right in here, there's kind of a gap. The Goto bridges on this side, this plate right here where it says Floyd Rose, on the Gotos, it's bigger. So that's why the route is bigger here. Okay, so that's what that gap is. And this is a Floyd Rose original. I believe they call it either the custom or the hot rod. I don't recall what it is, but it's not just a standard original. This has some titanium hardware on it, so titanium screws here. Then the saddle blocks are also titanium, and then it has the push-in arm also. The pickups were originally Duncan designed ones, so they're the import versions of Seymour Duncans. I put original Seymour Duncans in here, so US made Seymour Duncans. This one's a custom, and then this one is a stacked classic single coil. So very good sounds out of this one. Also push-pull here, and this will split the coils. The custom sounds really good split and sounds, I mean, just like a single coil Strat in the bridge. So super cool. Some of the later years came with the boomerang inlays and then binding on the neck, and that's why I dated this to the late 1990s, because it just has the dots and no binding, so it's not very fancy. It's pretty straightforward. Again, some of the later ones had binding and the boomerang inlays. All right, Floyd Rose locking nut with the string tree, and then these are Framus tuners. They're made by Schaller. So these are pretty nice tuners. I may upgrade later to a set of locking Gotos on it. All right. Also, stock, all the hardware was black on this guitar. Obviously, I changed it to gold. I think it looks great with this. I think they call this Aztec Gold or Pharaoh's Gold. I think it's Aztec Gold. It's basically a translucent amber. Not entirely sure what this body is made out of. I'll get a close-up on the wood grain. If you want to make a comment in the comment section and see what they were, that would be great. I'm going to flip it over real quick. All right, and this is the other side of the guitar, and the back of it, obviously. Some close-up of the wood back here. It's a nice looking piece of wood. Nice linear grain. Looks like it's 3-piece, whatever it is. All right, maple neck. This has a really nice neck profile. It's not super thin. It has a little bit of depth to it. So it's kind of, so it's narrow this way, but a little deeper this way. I wouldn't call it a fat U, but it's got a little meat to it, which I like since I kind of favor Les Pauls. Scarf joint here, so it's probably 2 pieces. And you'll see serial number and made in Korea. Better look at these frame as tuners. Again, I just will probably change these out at some point to go to lockers, just for faster string changes. All right. So on International String Change Day, let's put some strings on it. Also, I think I'm going to adjust the springs on the trim a little bit just to get it nice and flat. It's kind of leaning forward just a little bit, so I'm gonna tighten those springs a little bit to kind of bring it back a little bit. But I like this bridge floating on this guitar. All right, on with the strings. All right, we're back. After a little bit of fun and games with the bridge, it did seem after I started tuning and give it a final tune, the springs did needed to be adjusted. Actually, I ended up putting an extra spring in there. I only had 2 in there. I just put 3 in there, so much more stable, and it's floating just like nicely now. So I'm gonna mute the microphones here, and I'm gonna, since it's late at night, I'm plugged straight into the computer, and I'll be playing through Neural DSP Mesa Boogie Suite, just to give you some tone examples of how great this guitar sounds. Enjoy. All right, there you have it. The late 90s Hammer Californian, made in Korea. A little bit of a hot rod. Love this guitar. Always been a Hammer guy. Again, happy International String Change Day and or Restring Day. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Hopefully you like these type of videos and more will be coming. Thank you. Ciao for now.